Hey, smiling Joseph W. Brady. Good to see you again. Post-election, good news for all.
Terry, it's good to see you and Robert. And you know what? I think a good portion. I think more of America is happy today than is sad. It's embarrassing to think that we have college universities like Harvard that say to some of our college students, "Oh, you can stay at home because your president get laid." I mean, I don't know about you, but we were never raised like that. You know, if I was a bad kid, I got whipping, and I mean, I got whipped really bad, and I couldn't go cry about it. And I think that, you know, as we look about this last election, is that the message that this generation wants to send to other countries? I'm going to tell you this: you won in North Korea, you're done. Okay, you won in China, you're done. You don't even whine in India, and you wouldn't even think about it in Iran. So why is it now that we can whine here? Okay, I didn't see any whining at BBC. I will say this: I'm incredibly happy that the election's over. Okay, I mean, I was almost seeking to want to see a McDonald's or KFC commercial or something other than, you know, the politicians. At the end of the day, and I've got some articles here that I'll show in the next segment. Americans got tired of the media. The media actually handed this deal to Donald Trump on a silver platter. They couldn't have done it any better. The Democrats couldn't have done it any better by calling him a fascist and Hitler. You know what? They lost us by giving it to us. Okay, so I think at this point, in just a week, okay, well today is 7 days, but as of tonight it would be a week. I'm leaving lunches. I'm leaving where I was having lunch. Some of the members of the club were really giddy that Michael Huckabee, former governor of Arkansas, okay, has been nominated to be the ambassador to Israel. Okay, Marco Rubio, Secretary of State. You talk about somebody that's real clear. Okay, it's great. So while Trump had problems with Marco Rubio, I think all of us. I mean, I totally admire the guy. We've helped him. We've sent down some checks. I like him. When he comes on TV, I listen. Doesn't matter if he's on MS. Well, they wouldn't put him on MSNBC because you know, Coffee Joe or whatever that idiot's name is. He wouldn't know what to do with him and his wife. But you know what? He's really smart. You can tell. I'll tell you one thing. I would not want to be playing around with Tom Homan down the border. That is one dude that I've always respected, and he's always had a commentary about it. So I think at the end of the day, I think that, you know, Trump knows where the bathrooms are in the White House. This is not like a New Deal. He'll be able to move right in and know exactly where to go. I think that he's created a team. You know, he doesn't have Twitter like he did before. So I think he's hopefully a little bit more disciplined. And I really do believe that whether you like him or not, and as I've said in past segments, I wrote a 3-page letter to Mar-a-Lago, sent it by FedEx, and I sent it to his office in Virginia, and told him that while I thought he did a great job before, that he just, his mouth and his Twitter just got him in trouble. He's my president now. I'm going to totally support him. I did not support Biden because I felt that the Biden administration lied to us all the time. And I think that as we go through this and we see the lies that they did, you know, what troubles me is that you take and I think he's a total loser, Jamie Raskin, okay? You know, you got Raskin and Nadler and Schiff and Schumer, Pelosi. I mean, you've got this group of Democrats that literally want to destroy the country. Back when I was, you know, a kid in college and starting my career, I mean, not until Donald Trump decided to run and come down the escalator did we see this kind of viciousness by our electeds, okay? Raskin is on TV. He's quoted. You can go look it. You can go Google it. 6 months ago, and he said, we already, I heard on a Sunday morning, we already have a plan. The Democrats have a plan if Donald Trump gets in there. I'm thinking, well, who are you working for? Raskin, are you working for yourself? Are you working for the mob? Or, I mean, who are you working for? And Pelosi, can you really condone that? And Shifty Schiff, who's, you know, married to Soros. I mean, how can you do that? I think America has spoken, and I think the longer the Democrats play this game, all they're going to do is they're going to empower us to the 2026 congressional election. I mean, we control the House, we control the Senate. Now it's up to the Republicans, okay, with Matt Gaetz and some of his childish crap that he does, that they've got to grow up. They've got to learn how to work together. Something that, you know, my good friend and brother John Pinkerton and I learned at BBC many years ago the hard way. You know, we're elected to do the right thing, and we finally learned how to do things. So I've got a lot of friends that supported Harris. and are Democrats, and I didn't sit down and send them smart aleck stuff. I had a lot of them send me stuff for week after week after week after week. And a couple of them 2 weeks ago, I said, this is going to be the count 310. So we're out by 2. But now it's time that the country come together for not only our generation, but all the generations below. I mean, Robert's generation, etc. So I'm going to share a couple headline stories that I think are really kind of indicative of where we've been. And I'll say this. There was nothing better, and there still is nothing better, than to see the whiny media meltdown. Scarborough and MSNBC and all these rock stars and all these people from Hollywood said they're going to leave the United States. Listen, I'm willing to give a weekend to come on or help me pack. You know what? I wouldn't have left the United States if Kamala had won. It's childish, and I think we can do better as Americans, no matter what side we're on. But this divide, and I personally think that if we go back and watch this in 2 years, that there will be some on the other side that say, you know what, didn't like Trump, didn't like him the first time, he's arrogant, whatever, but he did a great job. I will say one thing. I think that Judge Marchant with this issue back in New York, it was the fleecing of another Donald Trump deal. If that guy is smart, he's going to just drop the lawsuit. I think the AG's officer are going to drop these lawsuits. Smith obviously got his ass kicked. They all did. So why not let's work together and work towards a better America. I just see some great things happening.